The glory of God. Very simple, innocent statement. 4 words. The glory of God. But just an unbelievable, unimaginable, impossible idea or concept to explain. This week we're looking at the book of Ezekiel. And the book of Ezekiel contains several visions. The Valley of Dry Bones is a common vision from that book. Maybe you're familiar with the last several chapters that describe a temple, whether that was a temple that is now in the past or a temple to come, is a measure of a lot of debate. But there's a vision that the book begins with as well, about a vision when Ezekiel is by the river and he gets a glimpse of the glory of God. And he begins to try to describe it, much as a play-by-play man in a sporting event might try to describe the events of a game. But a play-by-play man has a frame of reference, and if you've listened to any kind of game before, you realize what the commentators are talking about when they mention this part of a field or this part of a court. Well, Ezekiel, he was trying to describe something for which he really had no frame of reference, and quite frankly, we don't either. And that's what it's like in trying to describe the glory of God. We can experience it, but we can be a part of it. God can share it with us. We can get glimpses of it through incidents and events, both in the Bible and perhaps in our own lives and throughout history as well. But man, just to try to characterize that in a way that other people might understand, now that would be difficult. And that's what Ezekiel tried to do, and it's left for us to interpret. And yet, no matter how well we interpret, we'll never completely comprehend it. You know, a lot of people might say, well, I don't want to be in heaven because it's going to be boring. And maybe they equate it with a church service of sorts. But, man, God is so imaginative. We can't even begin to fathom what the future may hold and what eternity will hold. Oh, it won't be boring. It will be events and incidents and images that we can't even begin to express right now, beyond all we think or imagine, as Paul says. Well, I hope you join us this week as we try to catch a glimpse and try to understand the vision that Ezekiel saw by the river.